Class 11th Chemistry. Today's topic is black body radiation and photoelectric effect. First we proceed to our topic black body radiation. The theory of the energy distribution of black body radiation was developed by Planck. First appeared in 1901. According to Planck, a black body is a surface that completely absorbs all incident radiation and emit radiation at the maximum possible monochromatic intensity in all direction and at all wavelength. Here we take an object. This object is act as a black body. This object is act as a black body because it absorbs all incident radiation and emit all possible radiation. So we can simply say that a body is said to be a black body if it is a perfect emitter and absorber of all kind of wavelength and frequency. A black body is an ideal object that emits all frequency of radiation that depends only on the temperature, not on its composition. Here we take an example. We heat a black body at a temperature up to 6000 Kelvin or at 6000 Kelvin. We observe it radiate to a larger extent. When this similar object is heated at 278 Kelvin, it radiate to a very small extent. So by this comparison, we simply observe that or concluded that it is temperature dependent. Now we will move to the next topic, that is photoelectric effect. According to the statement, the phenomena of emission of electrons from mainly metal surface exposed to light energy of suitable frequency is known as photoelectric effect. The electron emitted by this effect are called photoelectrons. The current constituted by photoelectron is known as photoelectric current. We understand this effect by a simple image here, UV, which provide an incident light. When this incident light fall on the metal surface, this electron is get ejected. These are known as photoelectrons. We can understand this topic by a simple animation. Here, this is the metal plate which is act as a metal surface. This is another metal plate which is act as a detector which can absorb the photoelectron ejected or emitted by the metal surface. This is the conducting wire. Through this conducting wire, we connect a electric bulb, and this is a device which can measure the electric current. So when a light is fall on the metal surface, then photoelectron are ejected from the metal surface and reaches to the another metal rod. This metal rod absorbs the electrons, and these electrons start flowing through this conducting wire. Because of the flow of this electron, photoelectric current is developed. This photoelectric current is responsible to glow this bulb. This bulb will glow due to the photoelectric current, and we can simply show deflection in this device here. So this is photoelectric effect. Now we will proceed to the next topic, that is threshold frequency. This is very important. Threshold frequency is the minimum value of frequency below which photoelectric emission is not possible. however high the intensity of incident light may be. So we can simply say that the threshold frequency is the minimum amount of frequency that is required to eject an electron from the metal surface. Here, it depends on the nature of the metal. What does that mean? It means for different metal, the threshold frequency is different. Let's take an example of cesium and iron. The threshold frequency in case of cesium is very low as compared to the iron. That is why cesium is used in photovoltaic cell. Now, we will proceed to the next part, that is law of photoelectric emission. First point is, for a given substance, there is a minimum value of frequency of incident light called threshold frequency, below which no photoelectric emission is possible. Or we can simply say threshold frequency is the minimum amount of frequency that must be present in incident light so that electron can eject. Second point is, the number of photoelectron emitted per second is directly proportional to the intensity of incident light, provided the frequency is above the threshold frequency. Third point, the maximum kinetic energy of photoelectron is directly proportional to the frequency provided. That frequency should be above the threshold frequency. What does that mean? It means the frequency provided should be above the threshold frequency. Otherwise, photoelectron do not get kinetic energy. Okay. Fourth point, the maximum kinetic energy of photoelectrons is independent of the intensity of incident light. Fifth point, the process of photoelectric emission is instantaneous. As soon as the photon of suitable frequency fall on the substance, it emits photoelectron. Sixth point, the photoelectric emission is 1 to 1. What does that mean? For every photon of suitable frequency, one electron is emitted. Let's take one example. If one photon is fall on the metal surface, only one electron is ejected. If 10 photon is fall on the metal surface, it means 10 electron will ejected. If 100 photon is fall on the metal surface, it means 100 electron is ejected. It means the photoelectric emission is 1 to 1. Now Einstein photoelectric equation. When a photon of energy h nu falls on a metal surface, the energy of photon is absorbed by the electron and it is used in two ways. First part is, a part of energy is used to overcome the surface barrier and comes out of the metal surface. This part of energy is called work function. So this is the photon. When fall on the metal surface, the one part of this photon is consumed as a work function. This work function is responsible for the ejection of electron. The remaining part of the energy is used in giving the velocity v to the emitted photoelectron. This equal to the maximum kinetic energy of the photoelectron, where m is the mass of photoelectron. So remaining part is consumed to convert that energy into a kinetic energy. So according to the law of conservation of energy, h nu is equal to h nu naught plus half of mv square. Here h nu is energy of incident photon, h nu naught is work function. What is work function? Minimum energy required to eject an electron from the metal surface, and half of mv square is the kinetic energy of photoelectron. When we solve this equation, the value comes to be half of mv square h nu minus nu naught. Here half of mv square is kinetic energy of photoelectron, nu is frequency of incident photon, nu naught is threshold frequency, and h is Planck's constant. So thus we concluded that nu naught is the threshold frequency. Nu is frequency of incident photon. Thus, if nu is less than that of the nu naught, then photoelectron will not eject. If nu is equal to the nu naught, then photoelectron will eject but not get kinetic energy. If nu is greater than that of the nu naught, then photoelectron will eject and gain kinetic energy. So for photoelectric effect, we require this third point always. It means the incident frequency must be more than that of the threshold frequency. Only then the electron will eject and gain the kinetic energy. I hope you like this video. Thank you.